right. So continuing on from the Super Bowl recap, just for all the fans, um, Rick, one of our guests, he had to go. So we still have Chris here, but we'll go ahead and
Tampa!
bang.
No, so don't leave me hanging because I'm not gonna do it. So
Nah,
what a look.
we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you to do it one of these days.
Hey, Trey, your birthday's coming up soon, man. Don't worry. I'll get you and Peter.
I'm cool, bro.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Spence. Let's get give us your take on the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna save me for last. You know.
Save the worst for
Well,
last.
well, as you guys alluded to, this is probably Mahomes never got whooped like this before. He never got everybody got neutralized that was supposed to get neutralized, and y'all got it done. Now, question, is the MVP LaShawn McCoy?
Hey, my boy went back to back like
Juwan Howard. Hey, I think y'all familiar with your boy Juwan Howard.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
I am. Hey, look,
y'all from Miami, right?
He averaged like 10 hand claps a game, bro.
10 hand claps.
A quarter.
And guess what? It still got rings, baby. It still got rings. So is LaShawn McCoy still the MVP, right? No. I always like to troll, but seriously though, this is probably, cool. It's great that y'all won. It's just I just don't like y'all quarterback. Personal reasons. Don't worry about it.
Wait.
Personal reasons. Don't worry about it.
Before you go on, explain.
Explain. I'm a Dolphins fan. A Dolphins fan. We don't need to explain nothing.
Oh, so is that why you guys had your first win in season?
Y'all got Tom.
Listen,
get out of here.
Listen, if anything,
has been running a menace for our league for 12 years, and y'all all sudden, man, I hate Tom Brady. Man, I can't stand Tom Brady. Always winning Super Bowls. Come to y'all. Oh, Tom, you're so great. Bunch of switch outs. That's what y'all are. Bunch of switch out for the ring. Y'all some listen. I know you're smiling, but you should be happy because Tom left and you went 10-6. That's the point. We were supposed to let him run away.
See, you sound muffled. You sound muffled because I get it. You guys are finally on the verge of potentially getting into the first round. Potentially.
Listen. It doesn't matter. Listen, I don't care. I'm glad he's out of the division. What I'm saying is that y'all been saying, man, the Patriots this, the Patriots that. Y'all
listen,
like, man, we can't stand Tom Brady. As soon, I know, but as soon as he signs, you're like, yeah.
We all deep down hate greatness. Let's be honest. Like we deep down, we all. Do you really want to see, one of your best friends, always beating you in 2K?
No, of course not.
But he's great.
He is, but y'all can keep him. But anyways, long story short, y'all won. Congrats. Here we go.
I got you. We'll take that.
All right, Trey.
All right. So, shocking to say the least. Not necessarily shocking that the Bucs won per se, but shocking in the way they won. Is definitely what I'll say. I predicted it would be a tighter game versus the first game. I didn't expect the Chiefs to just come out there and, do what they did in the first quarter of the last game. But I expected it to be more of a nail-biting, back and forth type of game. But as the past, I'd say, 6 or so Super Bowls just about have kind of showed us, it typically doesn't, go that way. Think about the Denver Broncos Seattle Super Bowl. At the time, Peyton Manning and that Broncos offense were like they were setting records, and they just got demolished by Seattle. Like nobody saw that coming. Cam Newton's Panthers that year, he was dabbing on everybody that year. Clear MVP, won the MVP, and ran into the Broncos defense, and same thing. The offense was like non-existent. This is kind of like in that same vein. The Chiefs, they were on historic pace, right? You can say I kind of think they coasted compared to what they did last year. I kind of think they were just like solely focused on getting back to this game. Now, Rick kind of did allude to
hashtag run it back.
Yeah, hashtag run it back, Chiefs Kingdom, all that good stuff, right?
Shout out to Chris Marrero, by the way, man.
Yeah, he's my barber, so don't say, he might mess my edge up, so I'm not going to say too much about that. But
hey, speaking of edges, Barrett and JPP did a really good job on the edges out there.
Which I said before the show that that was going to be one of the keys to victory was if Shaq Barrett has a good game, which he did. I think he only got one sack, but his pressures was really, yeah. I mean, he was like the main one who was in Mahomes' grill. Like, as soon as he said hike, Barrett's like, "What's up? Like, I'm here." So, and it's not to make it to. I'm not taking anything away from the Bucs winning because they won in every phase of the game, right? But like Rick did explain or allude to, I mean, when you're missing 3 offensive linemen, I mean, that's going to make a difference, especially against a good defensive front like the Bucs, because that just changes what you have to do on defense. You don't have to really blitz. I think they blitzed like maybe 3-4 times all game because it got pressure with just sending 4 consistently. They didn't have to do anything else. You just rush your 4 and you see what was happening. So then also there was some uncharacteristic drops by Travis Kelce. I've never seen him drop so many balls. Now again, credit to the defense. It was some good coverage on him. They played him aggressive. They weren't scared. Usually people kind of shade off of Kelce, and that's kind of what kind of hurts him. Levante David and them boys, they weren't scared. They pressed up on him, and they were very physical with him, which that might have had something to do with it. I don't think Kelce is used to somebody really, stepping him that way. But nonetheless, besides a few, again, what Rick alluded to, there was a couple of calls I didn't like that were a little bit ticky-tacky.
1-3 PI?
But overall, I mean, it was just a domination by the Bucs. Again, not going to make an excuse and take anything away, but yeah, when you're down 3 O-linemen, that's going to factor in big. I will give a lot of credit to Mahomes in the fact that, one, he was able to avoid, he got sacked maybe twice, I want to say. If I can remember correctly.
He got sacked 3 times.
3 times? Okay.
3 times.
3 times out of that whole game after running backwards for 500 yards. So that's crazy in itself. He had more rushing yards than LaShawn McCoy. But,
hey, Trey.
Yeah.
I like that shade, by the way, man. It's almost like I like that shade. I like the shade.
What you mean?
LaShawn McCoy.
Oh,
yeah.
It's almost like when Chris Marrero be shading you in, like I get it.
Oh my gosh.
I got a quick question, man. And this is for all 3 of you guys. Unbiased, right? Just neutral. Have you guys ever seen like another team defensively get that fast off the line on another mobile quarterback like Pat Mahomes? Meaning our 2 edge rushers, our DT up the middle, I felt like they were running almost like a cheetah, right? I felt like we had cheetahs on our side, and it was every play, man. Like those guys drank either a ton of protein shakes or a ton of Gatorade, man, because they had electrolytes in their shoes, in their cleats, get into that quarterback, rushing them, causing confusion, the fans getting into it. It was just, I haven't seen that fast of a line in a long time, man.
To answer, the last time that I believe I saw something a lot similar to it is the Panthers versus the Denver Broncos a few years back. But in terms of what we saw this past Sunday, I think that might have been the most dominating performance from the defensive line that I've heard.
Think about it. Think about who we're playing. We're literally arguably playing the best offense almost of all time. If you think about it, from how quick they can score, how quick they can get upfield. You can punt the ball to their goal line, and they can get that ball 90 yards up and score pretty much on a consistent basis, right? And go at least 70%. So to do that, to kind of, get over those hurdles and not even allow them to score a touchdown, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I guess defense doesn't
Everybody.
win championships.
No, I mean
No.
I agree with that, but again, we gotta we're glossing over that they're down 3 starting O linemen that gave them the ability to be able to, get that extra push. So that does factor in too. But I mean, you can only play who's on the field. So you get what I'm saying?
Hey, technically Fisher was out for 3 months, so they really only played with one offensive lineman that was new, if you will.
Well, no, they were down 2 other ones, is what I'm saying. And then everybody else had to rotate to different positions. So once you move like a left tackle to guard, and this like it changes the whole dynamic of.
No,
like
I agree, man. I agree, but listen, when you get to the biggest stage, that's where the boys either turn to men or they start crawling. So that's where you either got to step up and like Bill Belichick says do your job, or you shy away from it. And some people had the nerves, like Travis Kelce, the drops, and some people caught him, like AB.
Yeah.
All right. So with my analysis on what I saw from this past weekend, 31-9 beating that the Buccaneers gave to the Chiefs. Definitely unexpected. Shout out to Jay-Z though. He was one of the few people that predicted that this was going to be a blowout. Stephen A. Smith reported that on his new show, which I never checked it out until today. And also just going to talking about like the whole Kansas City Chiefs. I felt like offensively they were getting in their own way. Like they rushed for 107 yards. So they were getting it done on the ground. They had 6.3 per rush. And I felt like if they would have stayed with running the ball, they probably would have made it better of a more competitive game. But them playing the game that they're commonly used to doing, thinking that, hey, this is going to be another day where we're just going to find a way to get back into the game by just passing the ball heavy. The Bucs were basically daring them to run the ball, and they elected to, especially with the deficiencies that they had, like Trey was alluding to, 3 offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
They were obviously having success on the ground, not consistently, but they should have at least been, content with, hey, like let's try to mix in some more runs with a little bit of play action in it, and gone off of that, just to keep the defense honest, because most of the game the Bucs were running cover 2 shell. Like it was just they were basically just playing zone all game long. Like Levante David said, we ran like only a few defensive plays. We didn't have to, get into like any other coverages, like obviously no single high or anything like that. But it was just that pass rush was phenomenal all game long. But I know everybody wants to talk about Shaq Barrett, JPP, but again, like I said last week, the biggest X factor was Vita Vea. Like Levante Davis said, when that man is on that field, it goes from you can barely see the backfield to when Vita Vea is on the field, you can see everything because that man is clogging up holes. He is occupying extra blockers, which in turn frees up one-on-one situations with Shaq Barrett and JPP, which is why we've seen the sack production that we have been seeing. So, yeah, obviously, Patrick Mahomes was on skates all night, trying to play superhero ball, which I felt like they should have probably ran some screens, should have done some draws, stuck to the run game a little bit more. But it is what it is. I'm happy. This game felt similar to the 2002 Super Bowl in terms of the sheer domination that the Buccaneers had. So I was definitely happy about that. And as you see in the background, Payback is a mofo. Winfield got his deuces up, letting Tyreek know, peace, we out. we champs. So he got his payback. I was happy to see that. But all in all, Levante David had a great game. Devin White, definitely, he had a great game as well. And just for all those fans that, want to complain about the whole penalty situation, like, look, the Chiefs, as is, going into the Super Bowl, they were top 5 in penalties per game. So it tells you the Chiefs are an undisciplined team, which is something that everybody has constantly talked about, even back in Andy Reid's Philadelphia days, that his teams are undisciplined, that, obviously he gets this rap about being a player's coach and this and that and the other. But, you're going to have, they're commonly known to commit penalties. So, we had the personal foul, which one of them, understand. The other one with Ty Matthews and Tom Brady, I felt like they both should have got a penalty, but obviously they just called it on just Ty and not Tom. But all in all, great win by the Bucs. Happy about that, of course. I was right, just so everybody knows, I was over on Himes. I was right behind the area where the Weeknd was performing. So heard everything crystal clear. Even the crowds cheering, but I was in a jam-packed area, still trying to be COVID safe. I was just with my family, and yeah, just enjoyed the game. It was a great time, and that's all I got to say about that. Like that flag though, Chris.
Yeah, I appreciated it. This is how Pat Mahomes felt when he couldn't see, with Vita Vea destroying that nose tackle.
Oh man, that sack with Ndamukong Suh. I forgot who the other player was, but he smacked Patrick Mahomes. That made my heart just.
Did you see Suh's muscles on that play? Bro, they look like the turkey legs at Busch Gardens. Man.
But with that being said, anybody else have any other comments or?
Listen,
right.
I'm just happy. I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we got our ring. I can't wait for opening day. This is gonna be motivating to continue bringing fans into the stadium and truly build a culture around our fan base and a winning culture. I'm happy that Brady got here. It was a rough first half of the season. I was reading. I was actually watching a report where Bruce and Tom were talking about where they were in the huddles at times and Tom couldn't remember the plays, right? Because you got to remember, Tom didn't bring in his playbook. They used that, risk it, no biscuit type of offense that BA brings in, right? So Tom had to learn our playbook and kind of remix it a little bit. But for the most part, he fell in line with our system, but he brought us into the belief that we can win. And that's what matters. That's why I'm excited. I literally went out and I can't tell you how many jerseys I bought, but I felt like Oprah Winfrey. I either bought myself a few jerseys or I was giving away jerseys all week. And it was just because I was excited. I wanted to continue seeing people in red and pewter. And it reminded me of 2003 all over again. And I got goosebumps watching the replay of the game yesterday on NFL Network. And I'm just excited, man. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm glad that we didn't just win the Super Bowl, but we essentially beat the best team in the NFL. Because if we would have played someone like the Browns or someone like the Ravens and they won that game, it would have been, I think, I still would have felt great, but not as good as beating Pat Mahomes and obviously one of the best teams in the NFL. So,
yeah. Two things I just want to do a quick shout out. One to myself. I called the first quarter that Tom Brady will throw a touchdown to Gronk. Obviously, Tom Brady's never thrown a touchdown or scored a touchdown to say in the first quarter. And two, I just want to say to Trey, Spence, I know Trey, you're a Dolphins fan, second but a Steelers fans first. Spence, I know that you are a Dolphins fan, but we will see y'all this upcoming season.
I
Just
know.
know that.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know.
I've been down there with Rick and Joel and the boys a couple times over the years for whether it's Steelers or Dolphins. Whoever comes to the Ray J, I'll be out there. So definitely trying to go out there and catch the game. So I'm with
All
it.
right. So,
Hey, listen, fellas, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to get on this. You know, I hit up Trey, man. And I was like, listen, I gotta talk about the Bucs, man, because I don't get a ton of camera time to do so. I'm always working, man. But I just want to say it's an honor and a privilege to be on your show. You know, Vick, Spence, Trey, keep doing what you guys are doing. I'm gonna continue promoting you guys. And you know, you guys really have a good thing going here. You guys are, you know, getting better every episode. I think we're at 36 now, you said. So, you know, keep building from that, build onto the momentum, you know, just like the Bucs are doing here in our local fan base, and just go out and do great things, man. We all believe in you guys, and we're just glad that we have another outlet outside of mainstream media that we all can see on ESPN and FS1 and obviously local radio here. So this is cool because we get a different perspective from a little bit more a younger crowd, and I think for me, it's someone who's more in tune here with the local sport. So, and obviously we got 3 different perspectives from Miami to Pittsburgh to Tampa. So just want to say thank you, and I appreciate y'all time.
we appreciate you being on the show, and look forward to having you again at some point. Keep doing your thing. We'll always be in touch.
Hey, anytime you want me to battle against Steph or Spence, let me know, man. Hey, I'm all for debating Spence now, man. I'm gonna be his number one enemy when I come onto the show, man. Hey, but I do like Tyler Hero, man. Hey, I don't know what's going on there, but them boys are getting tans down there in Miami, man.
Listen, if you really want the smoke, then I am all here for it.
Hey, listen, that's what the Miami fans do when they leave the stadiums early. They put the smoke up and they bounce. Hey, but I appreciate y'all. Hey, listen, I'm gonna sign off. I just want to say it one more time because I'm excited. So, hey, Vic, I know Trey and Spence aren't gonna get in on this with me, but Vic, if you could just help me off real quick.
I got you.
Tampa!
Yay!
All right, I'm signing off. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right. Oh man, that was great.
Made your heart warm up a little bit, right?
Yeah. Now my ears can stop. Now my ears can stop bleeding with you guys. We'll play now.
Right. All right. So
yeah, I guess with that said, we can go on to the next topic.
Which is